We're here talking about the first couple chapters of the director division and Hey Kids, Let's Put on a Show for week one of Theater 5113. Um, the most important part about this group of chapters is the pre production work, at least the stuff that made me think about it, especially as we're getting towards the end of the school year, and I'm wrapping up all the final like little events at school and little shows. It's really energizing me getting forward or making me look forward to all the stuff that we have coming up next year and um, all the prep work that needs to go into that. But it's really, making me think about um, we're selecting shows right now. We have our musical selected, but selecting the play and like selecting shows that are gonna serve your actors and your students, and then as well, or and be able to challenge them and help them to grow, um, while also knowing um, how to best serve your audience and what is going to work well for whatever community that your theater is serving. For me, our school community is a pre-K through 12th grade, so we always try to do shows that at least rotate shows that are accessible for younger kids and that families can come to. And then we also like to do shows that are for the only for the older kids and um, have them come watch and expand their horizons in terms of theater too. Like we just did Laramie Project this year, and that was a dramatic sort of piece that we haven't done a lot, and it really pushed our actors to grow, and it pushed our audiences to be able to take in the heavy subject matter that Laramie Project brings around. Um, when when we pick these shows too, we're always thinking of like the kids that we have, the um, who's coming in, and then there are always those unknowns of maybe new students that you don't know who's coming in, you don't know what their talents are. But when you're selecting shows in the school setting, you have to um, think about who you have and like what is going to challenge them and what is going to give them the best opportunity to shine. Um, then the other thing this book, or one of the quotes I liked about this book, is having a plan but being flexible with the plan, especially with working with um, 14 to 18 year olds. Um, their planning skills aren't always the best, and being able to be flexible with your rehearsal plan, although you know you hope you don't have to be, but stuff comes up, they forget to write down their rehearsal dates or they get the call times wrong, and you're left to scramble and be able to be flexible. Or with sicknesses going around during tech week or anything, you always have to be ready, you always have to have a contingency plan, and I was really glad that they put that in the book. um, all the talk about pre-production work, it made me think about what the technical pre-production work that I normally do as a technical director, and how I integrate that into my tech classes. Um, and I let the students help me with all the pre-production work, because it's great for them to see all the work that it goes into, because I think a lot of kids come into um, theater classes, and they're like, oh, we're just gonna do theater, and then there's you hit them with hey, so this is how you do analysis. This is how you do analysis if you're an actor. This is how you do analysis if you're a designer. And it's so important. And that's probably the biggest thing that I try to drive home every time that I'm in classes. Theater is fun. You get to make beautiful things, but it takes a lot of work to get there. It's not something that just like happens. I mean, that's also something I try to get through to my administrators too. It's not something that just happens. Like it takes a lot of work, and that's really what these chapters talked about.